This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Neshannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
Not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIL 2A Girls Champion, the Neshannock Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Swing and a miss! Union wins it! The Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Work it down inside and alley-oop the young gun.
She'll strike it and score!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from Neshannock High School in Newcastle. It's WPIL playoff basketball here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. We have Class 3A first round action as the 4-seed Neshannock Lancers take on the 13-seed Brownsville Falcons. Thanks for joining us here live or archived on the Lawrence County SportsNet. I'm James Dodson. Glad to have the coverage for you live or archived here on the network as it is playoff basketball time. We had the games opening up on Thursday night, Hatsley here in the county, with Union taking on Hillel Academy. The rest of the first round action in Class 1A boys and a couple other classifications going on last night. And now the 3A girls getting underway here this afternoon. Part of a triple header that we have on coverage today on the network. Neshannock Brownsville here. We also have Elwood City about to go live. Elwood City taking on, in their game, they are taking on Olsh, and then Shadyside Academy, the 2-seed, taking on Mohawk. But here, Lancers and Falcons, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back and we'll get you ready to go for this one. Pre-game show continues when we return on lcsportsnet.com.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information. Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Newbie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale-Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Lane costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Back here on Lawrence County SportsNet here from Neshannock High School. Apologize, a little technical difficulties trying to get up and everything underway as our game's here today, getting ready to go. Again, first of our triple header, Elwood against Olsh, going to be tipping off here shortly as well in Class 3A girls. That's the 7-10 matchup. And you also have the 2-seed Shady Side taking on Mohawk. That game also be at Avonworth High School. That game coming at approximately 4 o'clock this afternoon as you take a look at the brackets brought to you by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Winner of this game will take on the winner of the 5-12 game between South Park and Mount Pleasant, and that's a game that, again, doesn't start until 2 o'clock for that one. As we get ready to tip this one off, and the story of the day ends up being here, what kind of team are we going to see from Neshannock? The team that started off red hot to begin the year, or is it going to be the team that cooled off, the young team here as the season continued on? And the main part of it is also the fact that they've had some injuries to deal with, and they've had some illness going through the team over the course of the week. A couple of their starters who did not even practice throughout the course of the week. So this is going to be a very interesting and unique way to see who is going to be able to do what and in what capacity, and whether minutes might get adjusted here and there for some of the players as a result. Neshannock coming in with a 17-6 overall record, with an 8-2 record in section play. Brownsville at 12-9 overall. They are 5-5 in Section 1. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take another break. We'll come back. We'll have a quick conversation with Coach Luann Grabowski of the Neshannock Lancers. That's when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Back on the pregame show, about ready to get going with Class 3A. First round action. Coach G, getting a chance to talk to us. Coach, just talk to us about the week leading up to this. End of season on 2 losses. I know it couldn't have been fun to be in that locker room coming into the playoffs here.
No, it wasn't. You know, second half didn't go as well as we planned, but the first half of the season went much better than we planned. So we're kind of in between a little bit. This week's been kind of rough. We've had, you know, a couple kids sick, a couple kids out, so we really only practiced with 8 people, you know, and so we'll see how it goes. It's the tail is gonna. I told the kids it's a tall task, and naturally they have a 6'3" kid in the post, which is going to be a tough match for us. I mean, we played against, you know, Erin from Mohawk, but it's not the same. I mean, she's just specifically a post kid, and the key is going to be to keep her off, you know, the boards and the stop penetration, and hopefully we can, our pressure, you know, I plan on pressure and I don't plan on playing anything different. Hopefully our pressure can bother them, but you know, we'll see how it goes.
Real quick, what's the biggest thing you want to see with a young team, their first playoff game for most of them? What's the main thing you want to see them do?
Well, I want to see a good start, you know, and I'd like to see less than 12 turnovers. And if we can do those 2 things, I think the outcome will be in our favor.
Very good. Go get them, Coach. Thank you. And we'll be back after another quick timeout with the starting lineups, keys to the game, and tip-off when we return. It's lcsportsnet.com, Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our January LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor the Neshannock Competitive Spirit Squad as January's LCAP Team of the Month for their WPIAL 2A Large Squad Championship and 3rd place finish at the state competition. Congratulations to Coach Colleen Daughtry and the Neshannock Competitive Spirit Team, our January LCAP Team of the Month.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs. perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PenOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Tip-off just a couple of moments away here from Neshannock High School. 4-seed Neshannock against 13-seed Brownsville. Let's quickly take a look at a couple of the keys to the game brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. Give them a call right there, 724-714-4294 for your next painting, interior painting project. Rebound to basketball has got to be the key here today. Definitely hurt in the game against Beaver Falls. A lot of one-and-dones, and you're facing a very talented sophomore, the 6'3" sophomore Skylar Gates, who has only grown 4 or 5 inches since last season. 6'3", she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And not only her, you're also going to see likely Lizzie McCune, a 5'10" sophomore, coming off the bench as well. So need to get a body on a body each and every time. And I like this next one. Newman likes fries. Newman, your leading scorer, the sophomore Peyton Newman, 13 points per game. She's going to be one of the main offensive threats, but you're going to have not Fries, but Freeze, the one senior of this young Neshannock team, stepping up and making a couple of big shots. The senior averaging 6 points per game is Caitlin Freeze. On the other side, real quick, Brownsville's going to handle the pressure. You know what's coming from Neshannock, the pressure coming from the Lancers. And it's going to be what is the wake-up call? Can they make a wake-up call? It was like almost 2-hour bus ride to get here this morning from Brownsville down by Carmichael's area, down close to the West Virginia border. So with that in mind, have they woken up in time? Will they be able to get things done today here bright and early? We're going to pause for the playing of our national anthem, and when we come back, we will have your Door and Concrete starting lineups when we return. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Your national anthem from Neshannock High School as we get the Class 3A WPIL opening round of the 2024 playoffs here underway for Class 3A girls basketball. And it's time now for your Door and Concrete starting lineups. We'll start for the Brownsville Falcons under 9th-year head coach Patty Columbia. A couple of sophomores, both started last year, worked away into the starting lineup. 5'5" Avi Clark and the 6'3" Skylar Gates. She's actually the section's leading scorer at just shy of 18 points per game. Zariah Reed, a 5'1" junior, and a pair of seniors, 5'1" senior Megan Velosky and 5'4" senior Isaiah Dade. So again, it is Clark, Gates, Velosky, Dade, and Reed, the starting 5 for the Brownsville Falcons. Now on the other side for the Neshannock Lancers under 44th year head coach Luann Grabowski. And it is a young starting lineup. The freshman Sophia Bonner at 5'3". She's averaging about 7 points per contest. A couple other sophomores, Jaden Nogue averaging 9 points per game. Jaden Nogue, a 5'7" sophomore. Ryan Owens, a 5'7" sophomore, also at about 7.5 points per game. The fourth sophomore, Peyton Newman, the third sophomore, fourth underclassman, leading scorer at 13 points per game. And your lone senior, Caitlin Fries, a 5'7" senior, averaging 6 points per game. So Bonner, Nogue, Owens, Newman, and Fries for Coach G, Coach Luann Grabowski. There's your starting lineup, brought to you by Doran Concrete, laying the foundation for your team. Interesting factoid for this game. If Brownsville loses, Patty Columbia suffers her 100th career loss with the Falcons. If Coach G and the Lancers lose, it is Coach G's 100th career loss with Neshannock. Of course, with well over 1,000 games in her total career being played. That total number is about 330, but just a interesting, don't want to hit number 100 here tonight. Lancers late to break the huddle. They'll be in the home whites, playing on their home court here at Neshannock High School. They're going right to left. Brownsville from left to right in the road blacks with the bright yellow trim. And with the whistle and the tip, we are about to be underway. Playoff basketball coming your way here for 2024. And it's going to be controlled actually by Neshannock. And Fries going right to the rack. Bounce pass across the lane, looking for Owens through her hands and out of bounds. So an early turnover against the Lancers. Again, one of 3 games we'll have coverage of. We'll try to get you those score updates the whole way through. Good job hustling back there for Sophia Bonner to punch it out of bounds. She's one of the players that's missed some time this week. Injury, illness going through. Baseline drive here for Zariah Reed. Again, a couple of great guards and a good pass to the leading scorer of this team. Skylar Gates puts it up and in for the first points of the game. In the corner it goes against the zone defense. Little baseline drive, a lot of contact, no good. Backside offensive rebound, though, for Newman. Newman finds some space. She puts it up, no good. Another offensive rebound, though, here for Owens. And Lancers are going to go and reset against the extended 3-2 zone defense here for Brownsville. Owens between the circles, goes high post to Fries. Her turnaround jumper, actually more of a pass to Newman, but another offensive bound. Nogue lost it, got it back, lost it again, and turns it over. Second turnover against Neshannock, and sliding to try to get it from going out of bounds. Can't do so in time. 1 minute of play gone. It's 2-0 Brownsville. Good hustle there from Zariah Reed, trying to keep it in bounds in front of the Lancer bench. Very extended zone being put on by the Falcons. Pass down low to the block. Backing her way in is Owens, and a block ripped away. Owens able to get it back. Or check out, it's Newman getting it back. No good on her shot. Still fighting for the rebound. Already 3 offensive rebounds for Peyton Newman. First block for the 6'3 sophomore Skylar Gates. And Neshannock showing they're not afraid to work it inside. Skylar's is basically hogging the paint area, but that's what Coach G's not going to see. 3 possessions, 4 offensive rebounds, but 3 turnovers to start the game for Neshannock. Bounce pass across the lane, trying to make its way through everybody and not touch. So there's Brownsville's first turnover of the game. Good job breaking through 1, 2, 3 defenders really, but the bounce pass just not on the right track. With the ball is Bonner. On the left wing now for Fries. Steps inside the arc, skip pass back over for Jaden Nogue. Steps inside the arc, little runner, short, no good. Battle around, Fries comes down with it off the window and in. Caitlin Fries, the senior, ties it up at 2, and then she's going to get a steal. Got her hands on it, got it to a turnover, and she gets the shot, does Fries, after Bonner stole it away. And that's what Neshannock wanted to get into, was this full court pressure to see how Brownsville would handle it. 2 early baskets for the senior. Skip pass into the corner, driving in Zariah Reed. Nifty shot off the window and in for Zariah Reed. Tied at 4. Into the corner it goes. High pass. Bonner able to track it down, trying to dribble her way in. A lot of contact again, is letting them play. No fouls in the early going. Held ball will go over to Brownsville on the turnover. Nifty move there from Zariah Reed for her last basket. 4 early turnovers, though, against Neshannock is coming in transition quickly. Ava Clark, the shot no good. Again, bodies flying all over the floor. Ripped away by Clark getting the offensive rebound, but travel is going to be called against Reed. So a sloppy game, 7 turnovers combined in the first 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Elwood on the board finally in their game. 8-3, they trail Olshin that first round contest. That's a 7-10 matchup. Freeze trying to get it to the corner. Going to be knocked out of bounds. You're going to say last touch by Neshannock. Again, pressure being put on by Neshannock through the hands of Voloski, and it's going to end up being turned over, stolen away there by Jaden Nogue. Bounce pass down low for Freeze. No good on her shot, but she's going to go to the line for a chance at a couple of free throws. So Caitlin Freeze has been the straw that stirs the drink here so far, the lone senior on this team. First free throw rattles short, no good. Second one is good, so 5-4 advantage, all 5 points for Freeze. Another steal, this time Freeze able to get to it. Pass up ahead, looking for Newman. She stops on a dime. Her shot blocked away, but she took a lot of body on the way up. She's going to get a pair of free throws as well. Peyton Newman coming in as a 56% free throw shooter on the year. Team as a whole about 65%. First free throw, though, short, well off the mark, no good.
Jump ball, possession will stay with Neshannock.
Brownsville's going to call 30-second timeout here with 4:03 remaining in the first quarter. All right, back to the action here as we got things straightened out. Three-pointer from the corner for Jaden Nogue off the mark and no good. Short jumper there taken from Ava Clark is off the mark, and ball's going to go out of bounds, and actually saved out of bounds by Brownsville. Good job, Voloski, to kind of throw it off of a defender. And we have a shot and a hold there As Zariah Reed, I think, drew the foul. It's going to go against Inoue for her first, team's first. So she'll go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. And it's up and good for the 5'1" junior. Love the hair. It's almost as long as her entire body at 5'1". Second one short and no good. So she splits the pair. Rebound coming out for Ryan Owens. 7-5 the lead for the Falcons. Pass over the top and a little bit too high as they had to try to go over the top of the 6'3" Skylar Gates. Leads to another turnover. I have 7 Neshannock turnovers here in this first quarter. Inside out, right back to Reed for top of the key. Three is going to miss everything. Trying to save it out of bounds was Dade, but her foot was on the sideline, or on the end line, excuse me. So it's 7-5 with 3:05 remaining here in the opening quarter. Brownsville active defense causing some issues for Neshannock early. Freeze, return pass over to Bonner on the wing. Trying to drive baseline. Gets around Reed. And right back to it. She'll try one from the left wing. Her three ball may have been partially blocked. No good. Newman able to knock this one away. Can Owen save it before it goes out of bounds? Yes, she can. Coach G calling out the play. Her playbook about 40 pages deep. Not a huge exaggeration. Freeze for three. She's got it. What a start. Caitlin Freeze, all 8 Neshannock points. Now coming up the court, Ava Clark able to get around the defender. Right down low. And one-on-one, easy pickings for Skylar Gates. Baseline jumper, Owens will get the friendly roll. Ryan Owens on the board. Back and forth we go here in this opening quarter. 10-9, Lancers back ahead. Coming up the near sideline. Good job to create some space into the lane, and they're going to get a foul going up against Newman. Peyton Newman ended up leaning into her. Good job to draw the contact there from Zariah Reed. First free throw up and good for Reed. Tying it at 10. Second one on the way. Nothing but net. She's 3 of 4 from the line. 5 points for Reed. Back in the lead. Newman back up top to Freeze. She steps inside the arc to Bonner in the corner. Trying to split through a double team. Does finally get the pass off to Freeze. She drives into the lane, absorbs the contact. Over to Owens, blocked out of bounds. Good recovery as it's swatted into the hallway by Gates.
Checking into the shade number 10, Nina Medor.
You take a look again at your LCAP instant replay. Great job fighting through the screen and help recover and still make the block with the 6'3" wing frame. Pass into the front court. Freeze able to get to it. Knocked away from her on a reach-in foul. It's going to go against Isaiah Dade. That'll be her first, team's third of the opening frame. And another turnover is unable to keep this pass in bounds. Was Neshannock, and we'll have a substitution coming in. Freshman Ainsley Allison. First Neshannock sub, also a freshman. Health and Motion newbie of the game. Check them out. Only PT Clinic into county using Newbie Stimulator technology. Trying to go up and under there. Wild shot, unable to bring it home was Zariah Reed. Pass up the court, though, well anticipated. Unable to get it over the top of Skylar Gates. 10 turnovers to match the 10 points for Neshannock in this opening frame. Give and go, pass down low. Good job to shield off the defenders. Zariah Reed, all that in a bag of chips. She's got 7 here in the first frame. Down to 20 seconds remaining. Getting the call is Bonner from the bench. Back up to Nina Medor, who just checked in. She gets into the lane, around the defender, tough shot, bounces around, no good. Rebound from Clark, trying to get up the court quickly, and they're going to run out of time in real estate. That's the end of the first quarter. A good one for Brownsville on the road. The 13 seed put up 13 in the first. We'll be back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet. It's powered by LCAP.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Congratulations to our January LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor the Neshannock Competitive Spirit Squad as January's LCAP Team of the Month for their WPIAL 2A Large Squad Championship and third place finish at the state competition. Congratulations to Coach Colleen Daughtry and the Neshannock Competitive Spirit Team, our January LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Casey Wilson of Laurel Wrestling as the January LGKG Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Aaron Capavo of Mohawk and Leah Crayrup of Wilmington as our January LGKG Red Zone Female Co-Athletes of the Month. Congratulations, best of luck to Laurel's Casey Wilson, Mohawk's Aaron Capavo, and Wilmington's Leah Crayrup, the LGKG Athlete of the Month, presented by the Red Zone.
So a 13-10 start to the game for Brownsville. 7 from Zariah Reed, 4 from Skylar Gates, and 2 from Ava Clark. On the other side, Freeze with 8, Owens with 2 as your scorers for the Lancers here as we get ready for second quarter action. We have a whistle and a traveling violation called. 6th turnover against Brownsville. If you're just joining us, Neshannock with 10 in the first quarter. In the pregame show, Coach G said adamant, if we can keep this game between 10 and 12 turnovers for us in the game, she likes where they would be. Well, 10 turnovers in the first quarter. That's what she wanted in the entire game. Not exactly the way that they wanted to start, but still only down by 3. As Freeze dials one up from the top of the key, short and no good. And then she goes, follows her shot though, and she's going to get the tie up and will end up getting the turnover as a result. They'll get the ball right back, will Neshannock. Inbound pass into the front court. Newman's going to track that one down. Step inside the arc, short jumper, Freeze feeling it, but that one's short and a long rebound taken in stride by Isaiah Dade. Help coming back from Freeze and Medor. Working through it, able to work it down low, wide open on the block, but the shot no good from Isaiah Dade, a 4-year player for this team. And then we're going to have an offensive rebound and a travel as she changed the pivot foot on the rebound, did Skylar Gates. Neshannock back in possession. Down by 3. And stolen away, nearly stolen away, Isaiah Dade. This defense extended a lot of room in the middle, but so far haven't been really attacking the middle, has Neshannock. Also easy to say when you have the 6'3" Skylar Gates roaming the territory down there in the paint. Good pass down low onto the block, and Allison's going to get blocked from behind. Third block of the game now for Gates. Neshannock running their stuff, doing what they can to get it down low to her, and Allison playing good defense on the other end, knocks it away from Gates. In transition, Freeze, top of the key, Bonner for 3. Off the mark, no good. Gates rebounds. Freeze almost got herself a steal, then poked away actually by Bonner. Bonner will get credit for the steal. Now 10 turnovers apiece, 4th in the quarter against Brownsville. Mador thought about the three, jumps in, drives, draws the defender, no good on the shot. Newman flying in for the rebound, and somehow the smallest player on the court in Zariah Reed's the one who comes down with it. And another pass, errant and out of bounds. We're up to 21 total turnovers. Just 2 minutes into the second quarter. Coming up at the half, we will have our LGKG halftime show coming your way. Let their law firm, AV-rated attorneys, and super lawyers guide you through the legal process. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George keeping promises now for over 90 years. To the high post for Allison. Skip pass to Newman. Bounce pass into Allison, and she swatted away, but this time with a foul. As getting the body that time was Gates. She'll pick up her first. But that's one of the better times we've seen Neshannock inside, out, drive, and draw the defender. So Gates picks up her first and team's first. Ainsley Allison, mentioned a freshman. For Coach Luann Grabowski, she makes the first. Coach G, her 44th season, 747 wins in 44 years at 3 different schools. And that free throw big, and now Neshannock able to get into their press as a result. They've gotten a couple steals with it, nearly another one here as it's poked away by Newman, but she goes and takes a seat in the front row trying to save it out of bounds. Pass coming up over the top, and it's going to be all too high, but somehow tracking it down was Velosky. Left-handed layup up and in. Or excuse me, Ava Clark, number 10, getting that basket. And again, it looked like Neshannock was going to have another steal, but instead ended up being a 2-on-none as Ainsley Allison went to try to pick it off. Somehow Clark got to it first, and then Clark gets her hands on this one. Steals it away. She's going one-on-one, and we're going to have a Medora Bonner-Law change in possession. The offensive foul drawn by Nina Mador. Make sure you protect your possessions at Medora Bonner Law, a community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. That's the second foul, too, by the way, on Ava Clark, so keep that one in mind with 5:06 remaining. Here in the first half. Lily Rowe in for the first time for Neshannock, trying to provide a spark. Mador from downtown. She'll draw. Get the return pass, and how about that? You get the charge at one end, you get the offense on the other. And now a double team in the backcourt, and having to try to save it out of bounds was Reed. Could not do so, turns it right back over. Is not getting a lot of help there was Reed. Mador off the inbounds pass straight into the lane. No good on her shot, but then on the second shot, the rebound put back from Ryan Owens is going to draw a foul. Foul's going to go against Velosky. I think a good no call on the first one because even though she drew a lot of contact from Gates, Gates in a good defensive position straight up and down. First freebie is good for Owens. One of the top free throw shooters on the team. Gives Neshannock the lead back at 16-15. Makes them both. She'll check out. Peyton Newman checking in. So here's the other good news for Neshannock. You're up by 2, and your leading scorer on the team in Newman without a bucket so far. We have a trip in the backcourt. Is trying to split the double team with Zariah Reed. She'll draw the foul. It's going to go against, that was 3, Freeze. Couldn't tell if they called 3 or 4. As it was Freeze and Rowe both going for that double team trap. Able to split it down the sideline. This time Reed goes right around the defender, poked away out of bounds, and thought it might have gone back off of Reed's leg, but they're going to say it was last touch by Neshannock, so it will stay with Brownsville. Coach G not too sure. Gates into the block with an and one. She and Allison were going one-on-one. Defended her for about 4 seconds of the inbound, but Gates finally able to get away. and get the bucket. So Skylar Gates now with 6. Make it 7. Back up top is Brownsville. Freeze gets this one after it was blocked away, and I got 4 Gates blocks on the day. In the corner for Newman. Newman finds some space, gets into the lane. Her shot altered, no good. Gates rebounds, and quickly coming up the court is Reed. Her shot, no good. Freeze rebounds. Now Neshannock look to settle, get into their offensive set. I think they do want to go up and down the court, though, a little bit, try to get this Brownsville team moving up and down the court as Lily Rowe lost it, got it back, and ended up taking an extra step in the process. Newman read that pass, stole it away from Clark. Going the other way, off the window. There's her first points of the game with 3:37 remaining in the first half. Gives Neshannock the lead back. 19-18, and then a steal. Stolen away by Medore to Rowe to Freeze. No good on her shot. She gets her own rebound. Back up top for 3. No good from Medore. Long rebound, and tracking down somehow is Voloski, and somehow keeping the pivot foot as she was going into her own bench. Short jumper on the way is no good there from Voloski, and out of bounds. Going for the rebound was Clark and Medore, and Clark the last to touch it for Brownsville. As Owens and Nogue back into the game. If you haven't checked it out, go check out the entire preview show podcast delivered by Penn Ohio Bottled Water right now on our YouTube channel. Visit Penn Ohio Bottled Water for delivery of your 3 to 5 gallon water cooler systems. Freeze for 3, no good. Freeze had the first 8 points of this game for Neshannock. Off the scoreboard since, and traveling with the ball was Clark. She tried to jump stop, but then changed the pivot foot when she did. Nogue, return pass to Rowe for 3, well off the mark. No good, offensive rebound, Freeze back up and in. Caitlin Freeze, your first player in double figures. 3-point lead, the largest of the day as well for Neshannock. Going the other way, we're gonna have a reach and a poke in, or a poke away, but a foul called as they got her on the arm. Called it on Lily Rowe for her first, team's third. Three team fouls apiece. Jumper from the corner, missed everything, and 2 Neshannock Lancers knocked it away from each other. Out of bounds, possession with Brownsville. Reed drives right in, good defensive positioning that time, but the outlet pass from Allison, stolen away. She's able to steal it right back. Up ahead to Nogue. She's still looking for her first points. So your top 2 scorers for Neshannock coming into today's game held off the board through the first about 11 minutes of play, 13 minutes of play really. Second chance effort there was no good from Sophia Bonner. Ainsley Allison steals it away again. Freeze. Steps inside, 15-footer, no good, follows her shot. Ainsley Allison actually had it, and then it was stolen away by Gates. Gates, outlet pass knocked away, and it went off of a Brownsville defender. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Luann Grabowski. It's a full timeout. Let's take a timeout here as well. Catch our breaths with the Lancers and the Falcons. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
It's like a good timeout there called by Coach Luann Grabowski. Her team settling in a bit better here in quarter number 2, leading 21-18. Brownsville led throughout most of the first quarter, but this game has had, let's see now, 8 lead changes to go along with 3 ties. In a back and forth game. Each team has taken one Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you give them a call for your home, auto, business, or life insurance needs. Mador, open look for 3, no good. Great rebound there from Newman. 4th offensive rebound of the game for Peyton. Inside the lane, like that, with some patience that time. Her first field goal comes at the 120 mark. Pulaski double team in the backcourt, able to get it to Dade. Nice crossover from Reed into the lane, scoop shot. Wasn't sure whether to go overhand or underhand. And then we have a tackle. I'd say a jump ball is what's going to get called. Brownsville's going to get possession, so that's going to be a hard luck turnover against Neshannock as Newman was trying on the fast break. And from our angle over here, it looked like got absolutely just tackled. But I guess the official on the far side able to see a tie-up before that. Trying to go up and under on that shot, no good. On it was Reed. Clark's put back no good. Now Gates able to reach in for the rebound. Another held ball. This time it'll go back over to the Lancers. Freeze in transition. Left open. Back iron no good. Owens able to grab the rebound though. Top of the key. Bonner says, I'll try one. No good. And again, skying for the rebound, and we're going to get a rebound grab by Ryan Owens again. The offensive glass has been key for Neshannock in this game. We talk about rebounding in general, but especially when you have a zone defense like Brownsville's playing, you got to find a body, and so far today they have not done that. Stepping inside the arc is Mador off the inbounds pass. No good on the shot. Strong rebound there from Ava Clark. Coming this way and unable to save it out of bounds right in front of us. From Mador and Bonner. Great defensive quarter so far for Neshannock. Can they hold on for the final 31 seconds? It goes to Clark, drives baseline. Her runner, wow, a down and out. And then a whistle on the rebound, and that's actually going to put Neshannock into the Castle Asphalt bonus. That's the 5th foul of the quarter. Castle Asphalt, well, hey, they know the importance of making a good first impression. Castle Asphalt provides commercial, residential asphalt paving, site work, and commercial line striping. You can visit castleasphalt.com for more information and request a free estimate. First free throw up and good. Good first appearance really for Brownsville and a good first impression, but however, Ava Clark just picked up her 3rd foul, so we're going to see your first substitution of the game for Brownsville. With just a few seconds remaining, that's Ramil Grayson. 15 seconds remaining, and a whistle and a travel. .13 seconds remaining. Freeze on the wing. Top of the key. Pump fake down to 5 seconds. Able to get it to the high post. Newman drives her way in. Blocked away. Got it right back. Spinorama shot, and it won't go at the buzzer. We've played a half of basketball here at Neshannock. The Lancers end the first half on a 7-0 run and take a 6-point advantage to the locker room. We'll take a timeout here ourselves. We'll come back with the LGKG halftime show. When we return, it's the Lawrence County SportsNet. It's powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
It's the LGKG halftime show coming your way here at lcsportsnet.com. Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP. And in the first half, sloppy, I guess is probably the best way to describe this one. 32 combined turnovers between the Lancers and the Falcons through the first 16 minutes of play. Neshannock finishing the half on a 7-0 run. They held Brownsville to just 5 points in that second quarter, and I think that's been the key difference, that they did a better job forcing turnovers in the full court, but then playing better defense in the half court. And I think trying to make Brownsville play a little bit more quickly than they would like to. Brownsville unofficially with 18 turnovers, and Neshannock with 14 turnovers. And that's also a big improvement. Neshannock had 10 in the first half and only 4 in the second. Let's take a look at your first half scoring recap. It's brought to you by Gem, Master Builders, and Craftsman. Leading all scorers is Caitlin Freeze, 10 points. I also have her for 4 rebounds in the first half. Next for Neshannock, Peyton Newman, 5 points, all in the last 3 minutes of that first half. She also has 5 rebounds. Ryan Owens, 4 points and 5 rebounds. 3 for Medore and 2 for Allison to round out the Neshannock scoring. On the Brownsville side, Skylar Gates with 7 points. She also has 5 blocks, 5 rebounds. And Zariah Reed also with 7 points. All those coming in the first quarter for the junior Zariah Reed. And 4 points for Ava Clark. And when you look at foul trouble, she's the only one really in any danger. She's got 3 fouls. Megan Velosky with 2. Nobody else on either team with more than 1 foul each. That's your Gem, family-owned and operated general contractors for 4 generations. The Gem scoring recap. Visit them online at gembuilders.com for more information. Building our community for over 70 years. We'll take another quick break. We'll come back. We'll get you ready for the second half. We'll look at the rest of the brackets here in Class 3A as well. Back in a moment. It's the Wpial Class 3A playoffs at lcsportsnet.com.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
That was awesome.
You've been watching the Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly and George Halftime Show, presented by the law firm of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly and George, serving the Newcastle area for 90 years. Be sure to stay tuned to the Lawrence County SportsNet for third quarter action coming up after this message from our sponsors.
So there's a look at your brackets here for Class 3A. Neshannock against Brownsville. We'll tip it off here in about 3 minutes of time. While we have a moment, let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. The Newcastle Transit Authority going your way out-of-town scoreboard. Why drive when you can relax and ride? As gas prices continue to rise, save money on gas and let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Midway through the third quarter in that 7-10 matchup, Olsh leads Elwood City 28-20. The other games going on right now, the 8-9 matchup there, Keystone Oaks against Burrell. Beaver Falls against McGuffey. We'll try to get you a score update on that one. Section foes for both these squads. And Waynesburg Central against Seton LaSalle also going on right now. Again, coming up later today at 2 o'clock, you'll have the Southside Mount Pleasant game. Winner of this one will take on the winner of the Eagles and Vikings there. And then you'll have at 4 o'clock that 2:15 matchup between Shadyside, good Shadyside team at 20-2 against Mohawk. While I have a moment, I want to give a couple of shout-outs as well. Mind you, glad we can have today's game for free to watch. Not all of them are going to be able to be that way. Some of the games are going to have to be exclusively on NFHS Network. They are the rights holders for WPIAL postseason action. It's the NFHS Network. That's actually where the Elwood City game is. You can watch it now, but you'll be able to like that one. Any games that are on NFHS Network, you can at least watch or listen to, for free on our website at lcsportsnet.com. And coming up after the game, we'll have our Maley Chiropractic play of the game, as well as our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Get in the game at MVP Insurance, where they coach clients to better prices, better coverage. Call MVP for the win. While we have a quick second, let's look back at those keys to the game. The rebounding of Neshannock, I think, is going to be the key the rest of the way, especially on the offensive glass. I have them for 12 offensive rebounds in the first half. We have to shoot the ball a little bit better, though. Only 2 of 11 from downtown in the first half. And if you're Brownsville, they handled the pressure well in the first half. Not as well, or in the first quarter, I should say, not as well in the second. And that's going to be a key, too, getting the offensive rebounds for them. Skylar Gates got it the first time, but her putback couldn't go in either. Freeze, 10 points in the first half, leading all scorers. She'll get the return pass, tries one again from downtown, nothing but net, just like she started the game. Caitlin Freeze coming to play. She's got 13. And then the Lancers get a steal out of it as well. Bonner says, I want a piece of that action. No good on her shot. Newman tied up on the rebound. It will stay with the Lancers, though. Inbound pass to Newman. Back up to Owen. She'll take the 18-foot jumper. Backboard no good. Rebound for Isaiah Dade. And another tie-up. This time it will go over to the Falcons. Zariah Reed going coast to coast, right up and in. Beautiful drive. She was held off the scoreboard in the second quarter. Beautiful play there. See if we can check that one out on replay coming up at our next break. Freeze tries another one. In and out, no good, but Newman, her 5th offensive rebound. Bounce pass across the lane. Shot there, no good from Ryan Owens. 3rd chance. Freeze again. Owens again. She goes to the ground, putting it back up and in. Ryan Owens. Mark that one down as a potential play of the game nomination. Bonner with the steal, and she's fouled. Let's check out that LCAP instant replay. Freeze tries one on the 3rd chance. Now the 4th chance effort going to the ground to put it in. Huge play there, and now a couple of turnovers and a couple of free throws coming for Bonner. Sophia Bonner, first one up and in, her first points of the afternoon. Largest lead of the night just got extended for Neshannock as Bonner makes them both. And right back into that full court pressure. Poked away by Freeze. She'll get the return pass with the left-handed layup up and in. Timeout, Brownsville. Huge start to the second half for Neshannock as they start the half on a 9-2 run. Your Pontius Insurance timeout. Again, give them a call to get the best rates and customer service with a local agent like Tracy Giddings, Jessica Dix, or Dayton Pontius at Pontius Insurance. Visit them online at pontiusinsurance.com. Want to give another shout out to our LCAP Team of the Month, the Neshannock Lancers Competitive Spirit Squad. Why not? Wpial champions, and 3rd straight year that they've medaled at the state competition. The bronze medal this year after back-to-back golds. Congratulations to them. And to our 3 LGKG Athletes of the Month. The Athlete of the Month delivered by the Red Zone. Give a shout out to our 1,000-point scorers for the month in Aaron Capalbo of Mohawk, Leah Crayrup of Wilmington. We'll see Capalbo later today here at lcsportsnet.com. Crayrup and the Hounds will begin their playoff run next week. And also the Male Athlete of the Month, Casey Wilson. The individual wrestling events going on here today as well. Keep an eye on that as best as we can. Better job on the inbounds on the reversal this time from Brownsville. They break the Neshannock pressure and now get into their half court with Ava Clark. Skip pass over to Voloski. Extra pass back out to Reed for 3. First shot from downtown made by Brownsville. Good timeout called there by Patty Columbia. That's a big answer. Brownsville needed that one. And also the most chatter you've heard from the Brownsville defense. Back up top for a Jaden Nogue 3, nothing but net. Her first points of the day comes with 5:50 remaining in the 3rd. Pass up over the top and a huge collision in midcourt. Zariah Reed and Ryan Owens both going for the ball. Oh, and they went head to head. And that's the last thing you want to see. Going for the loose ball. Ryan Owens of Neshannock and Zariah Reed. Just both going all out, end up going head to head. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to step aside while they tend to the injured players. Back in a moment here at lcsportsnet.com.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Back here at Neshannock High School, as they, with help, able to get first Zariah Reed off the court, and then Ryan Owens able to make her way out of the gymnasium as well. Right now, Zariah Reed's still sitting on her bench, being tended to by the Brownsville training staff. And basically what it was, a pass over the top. It was just a loose ball, going for that loose ball. You end up having Zariah Reed and Ryan Owens look like just went head to head. Frankly, it looked like a football play, to be honest. Nothing intentional or egregious or anything like that. Owens is the one who picks up the foul because she got there a half second later than Reed. I think that is the right call on the foul, but now back to the action, and we're going to get a steal and an easy lay-in for Freeze. And another one stolen away. This time Bonner on the shot, no good. Poked around, Noge's going to get the rebound. The intensity of this game evident from the start, but now kind of a weird hush even while the gameplay is going on. Three ball from the corner there, no good from Freeze, and a strong rebound by Clark. Able to get it into the front court for Gates. Gates skips it over to Sierra Horobic. First time in the game for her today. No good on the shot. Offensive rebound for Skylar Gates, and she's tripped up. A foul called on Ainsley Allison. That'll be her second. And mounting a ball, Dade. Pass there from Clark, deflected in the backcourt and stolen away by Noge. Tried to draw contact, couldn't do so, but a putback also no good. Freeze couldn't get it to go. And now we have a hold foul against Freeze. Bonner steals it away. Noge back out. Freeze for three. No good. Noge rebound. Three-pointer's not falling right now for Neshannock, so it remains a 15-point advantage, but that's where they're getting their damage done, is on the steals. Nogue tried to pull up for three, instead kicks it back out. Deep one there for Bonner, and she finally gets one to go. On the end line, it will stay with Brownsville. Nice baseball pass over the top to find Wpial, finding the trailer and putting it up. Good body control from Skylar Gates to put it up and in. Her first points of the second half. And in the corner, Bonner's got one. This one in and out, no good. Shooters keep shooting. That's their 7th attempt of the game. You can see a little frustration. A lot of them have not fallen here today. And again, they just go over the top. This time, though, tracking back is Ainsley Allison. She's able to save it. No, she had her feet on the sideline, and a little smirk from Gates, because I think she gave her a little hip check to ensure she made it out of bounds. Have an out-of-town scoreboard update coming your way here in a moment. We'll bring it to you with this jump ball, as it's going to be Neshannock possession. Because it's now 35-32. Olsh lead dwindled down to 3. Elwood City to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Allison down low, kicks it back out for Medor. Her three short, no good. And then knocked out of bounds since the outlet pass unable to be completed. Allison will get the inbound pass, Ainsley Allison. We'll see Ashton Allison, her brother, competing for the boys team when they play at home against Mount Pleasant on Monday. And a fun story there about Mount Pleasant we'll get into here as this game continues. Their head coach is Annie McKoviak. The Lawrence County girls basketball leading scorer is in her first year coaching the boys team at Mount Pleasant. Loves seeing it, and she's getting a chance to come back home up north. The Lincoln High grad of Elwood City. Good defense there, forces the Neshannock turnover. I believe that's the first Neshannock turnover of this third quarter after 14 in the first half. Pass up ahead looking for Wpial. She'll take a long jumper, no good. Offensive rebound there from Gates, and then she couldn't hang on to it, went out of bounds. Coast to coast for Lily Rowe. How many of those just haven't fallen today for Neshannock? Everybody going for the rebound. Ava Clark left alone in midcourt. Good job to just stay with it there by Gates and find the open player for Ava Clark to go coast to coast. Good fight there from the 6'3 sophomore Skylar Gates. All her rebounds today. That's probably been her most impressive play. Freeze able to fight away from Horbick to get that one back. Now Peyton Newman drives her way, and good pass across the lane. Ashley Allison Ainsley puts it up and in. Her first field goal of the game. She's got 4. 7 different players in the scoring column today. Now ball knocked away, and we have an injured player. No gun on the shot. Ball still in play until Lily Rowe puts it in, as it was knocked away, and I think getting the arm tangled up was Ava Clark. Now it's going to bring Lydia Gary in. After the injury. And with the injury, I mean, it almost looked like Brownsville stopped for a minute thinking that there would be a whistle. When the other team still has possession and has an advantage. The officials have to let it play out. Inbounds pass, somehow able to grab it. There was Gates, and then going headfirst into the scorer's table was Nina Medor. Now, that's the way these Lancers play. They will run through a wall, quite literally, for Coach Grabowski. She does, and because of her efforts, forces another turnover. Has a little smile for Coach G at the same time. I wonder what Coach G is saying to her at this point. You know what she might have been thinking? She might have been thinking it was our scorer's table over here, which has the banner, which you can dive right through. We've had that here at Neshannock High School. Good bounce pass across the lane there, and Allison will get a pair of free throws as she got hit on the head as Gates went for the block. Second foul on Gates. Elwood City in the lead with about 5 minutes to go, and as soon as I say that, Olsh hits a three to take the lead back. Again, you can watch that one right now on the NFHS network, or you're listening live here at lcsportsnet.com. Allison no good on the second free throw. Gates, 10th rebound of the game to go with her team high, or not her team high 9 points. Zariah Reed has 12, but she is just now making her way back from the locker room with a significant welt over her left eye. Just tuning in about midway through this quarter, she and Ryan Owens in a huge collision at midcourt going for a loose ball. And we have a whistle and a foul on Allison as she gets called for the foul. I guess as she grabbed the leg of Skylar Gates. Third on Allison with 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Fourth team foul against Neshannock in the quarter. Baseball pass towards midcourt. They're able to get it to Gates. Gates trying to go one-on-one against Allison. Poked away from behind. Again, good hustle play. We've seen her all over the place, Nina Medor, here today. Pass across the lane. Oh, they're to say it hit the baseline. That is the 30th Brownsville turnover. 30. Rowe gets to the corner. Nogue thought about a three, didn't catch it cleanly. Down to 5 seconds left. Rotates it back around. Medor takes a look at the clock, and they're not going to be able to get a shot off to end the third quarter, but it is a big quarter for Neshannock. They put 22 points up on the board compared to just 9 for the Falcons, and lead by 19 going to the fourth quarter. We'll be back in a moment. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Fourth quarter underway. Brownsville has first possession of the fourth quarter. Lindsey Horbiak three-pointer off the mark. And now, after the inbounds out of bounds, Ava Clark's shot ends up going off the side of the backboard. Neshannock with numbers out in front. A quadruple team in the backcourt, and Ainsley Allison is going to be the one to reap the benefits with the open layup. Good job of Gates to come to the basketball. Good job by Ava Clark, and glad to see Ava Clark back in there as she took the shot to the arm. Worried that she had a shoulder injury, maybe a shoulder separation, possibly. Nina Mador with the lay-in. She's got 5 all here in the second half. Largest lead now, 23 points, is trying to save it there with Sophia Bonner, unable to do so. Mike Ross running the show as the game manager today, and he's busy right now on the other side as they're trying to determine everything, I think, with the injured player situation. Neshannock able to get it in transition. Freeze, left-handed layup, no good. Newman put back is in. Newman was 7. And for how crazy this game was early, Brownsville led 13-10 at the end of the first quarter. Neshannock fighting on the latter stages of the second quarter and then controlling the third and still playing hard to the very end. Volosky, pass down low to Gates, backs her way in, won't get it to go, but she will get a pair of free throws as she was fouled by Allison. That should be her 4th. Skylar Gates, 6'3" sophomore. She led in the entirety of Section 4 at just shy of 18 points per game. And she's in double figures, so she's got a double-double. I got her 10 points, 10 rebounds. And coming up after the game, we'll have our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Usually involves great teamwork. That's what you get with Maley Chiropractic with Dr. Maley, Dr. Ardro, and Dr. Bowser. Give them a call. We're going to be giving them a call because we're going to be having to deal with this bleacher back situation we got going on with all the playoff games that we'll have coverage of here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Pass down low, swatted away. Biggest one of the night. 6th block officially, or unofficially I should say, from Skylar. That's Callie Biondi checked into the game and got to see firsthand. How about that? Able to sky up and get it. There is Newman, and she's going to get the and one. Watch this on your LCAP instant replay, folks, because to go up is one thing, but then to come down both feet together so she establishes the pivot how she wants. That's perfect. Textbook. And one. But she can't complete the three-point play, but why not when you got Caitlin Freeze there? You'll get another opportunity at it. Freeze into the lane, little runner, back iron, no good. Matura ends up tapping it to Biondi. Her pass across the lane to Freeze, no good. Freeze again fighting for it, and we'll have a whistle and a held ball. And Freeze can't believe that these ones aren't falling. Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. Just over a minute to go. Olsh leading Elwood by 3. That was the 4th foul, by the way, against Ava Clark. And in this foul here, it's going to go against Horobic for her first. Nogue pumps on the 3, steps inside the arc, textbook. Nogue now with 5. Pass over the top to get it to Volosky. She'll cross the timeline. Into the corner for Horobic. Nice pass to down low to Gates. High off the window, can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound and puts it in. By the way, good to see both Ryan Owens and Zariah Reed back on their respective benches, though I doubt we will see either one of them here for the rest of the night, as Isaiah Dade is going to pick up this foul to send Caitlin Freeze to the line to shoot a pair. First free throw off the mark, though, for Freeze. Second one no good as well. One of the few things that hasn't gone well for Freeze tonight, but Newman, her 7th offensive rebound, as Biondi gets swatted out of bounds again. 7 Skylar Gates blocks now on the day. Newman able to get the ball in the front court. Going one-on-one against Clark. Spin move in. Gets it to Biondi in the corner for 3. It's good. Callie Biondi says, why not? As a pass is knocked out of bounds. Turnaround shot, no good. Newman fighting for the rebound. We have a whistle and a held ball, so it will stay with Brownsville. That three-pointer, though, from Callie Biondi. How about this? Only her 2nd made bucket of the year and her first three-pointer of the season. Big shot Biondi, able to get one for Neshannock. The answer back at the other end for Ava Clark. She's got 8. Bonner for 3. In and out, no good. And we have another held ball with 4:45 remaining here in the contest. Give another shout out to our friends at Health in Motion. A lot of freshmen out there, a lot of newbies of the game. Give them a call at 724-856-3683. They'll get you into the office within 48 hours. Physical therapy can help with all pain. It's not just for the athletes, and Mike Merkel of Health in Motion wants to be there to help you, especially these young athletes limit their exposure to pain medication. Newman now in double figures after that bucket. She's got a double-double, and she's got a steal to go along with it. Newman lost it, got it back. A little Mike and drill action, puts it in. She's got 13 to match her season average on the year. And with that, we'll have the running clock the rest of the way, as it is a 30-point advantage for the Lancers. So Neshannock will advance. Elwood City, it's not looking great. They're down 5 with 17 seconds remaining. Built themselves a deficit early. Clawed their way back, took the lead at one point, but ended up running out of time. By the way, that was a foul against Caitlin Freeze, and she got the personal. Bonner tried to save it going into her own bench, but had her foot on the sideline as she did. So again, running clock the rest of the way. See Barb Kennard, the trainer in Neshannock, sitting over with Ryan Owens after her collision earlier in the game. Good to see that she appears to be in good spirits. Long jumper there, no good for the Falcons. And Bonner of Neshannock able to get the rebound with 3 minutes remaining. Bonner dribbles around the perimeter, able to get it to Biondi. Back over to Madure. Madure to Freeze. Back to Biondi. Thought about a 3. Baseline drive. Pass across the lane. Ends up getting knocked away. One of the few Neshannock turnovers of the second half. Again, 14 in the first half. I only have 2 for them here in the second.
Checking back in for Neshannock, number 4, Lily Rowe.
And Bonner will get her call out. Stephanie Morris will check in. Senior getting a chance to play here on what will be the final day for Brownsville on the season. But a great year, especially considering last year Brownsville winless in section play. Isaiah Dade will get a point or in a bucket. The senior, a 4-year player for this Brownsville squad, gets her first points on what will be her last game in a Brownsville uniform. Another steal. Both teams playing hard at the very end. That's all you can ask for. It's going into the lane, swatted away for the 8th time. Almost a 9th time. Coach G imploring her freshman to set up the offense. And we're going to have a timeout call by Neshannock with 1:19 here remaining. You know, let's take a quick timeout here as well ourselves on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Minute 19 remaining as we wrap this one up here from Neshannock High School. Lancers will get the win. They're going to take on either South Park or Mount Pleasant in the next round. As that jumper from Mador off the mark, trying to get it up ahead to Isaiah Dade. Trying to gain some space, and does enough to get herself to the free throw line. So Isaiah Dade, one of the Brownsville seniors. 3 of them on the roster, Her Velosky and Stephanie Morris. Dade misfires on her first, second one on the way, but again, this Brownsville team was winless a year ago in section play. A lane violation here against Freeze, so another chance at it for Dade. 9th season for Coach Patty Columbia. It will be her 100th career loss to go along with now 86 wins, but she's had a couple of great teams, a couple of rough years like last year, but with two freshmen who started last year who were big part of this team in Gates and Clark. They still got plenty that you're going to see from this squad. Just did not end up having the deepest bench, and especially when you saw Zariah Reed go down with the injury and having to go to the bench. And same thing when you had Ava Clark in foul trouble in the first half. That's where Neshannock ended up having the advantage today, was on that depth. Pass across the lane, and a bucket up and good for Lizzie McCune. But Neshannock will now just cross the timeline and look to run out the final 8 seconds here. And they'll get a playoff win on their home court. And will advance to the quarterfinal round. Neshannock with the 63-36 victory here at home. We'll take a quick break and be back with a Tri-County Principals post-game show, your post-game scoring recap by Creative Edge, and your play and MVP of the game when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between.
Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. It's your Tri-County Principals postgame show here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, as we have a victory 63-36 for Neshannock. They're the second team to advance into the quarterfinal round here in Lawrence County, joining the Union boys basketball team that played on Thursday night. It was not easy for Neshannock, especially in the early going. They trailed 13-10 at the end of the first quarter. They were trailing midway through the second, but ended up finishing the second quarter on a 7-0 run, and then they started the third quarter on a 9-2 run. Really took control from there. Unfortunately for Brownsville, when Zariah Reed had the heavy collision with Ryan Owens at midcourt, both ended up having to leave the game with head injuries. It was a head-to-head, basically both diving for a loose ball. Saw blood for sure coming from Ryan Owens' head. Zariah Reed had a nasty bump shown on her temple as well. Both left the court, went to their locker rooms, training rooms. We saw both of them come back out on the bench and seemed to be in good spirits, but did not see either of them return to playing action because the game was basically the end of the game, I guess. The outcome of the game was fully decided at that point. So glad to see, though, they were both okay. But from that point on, though, Neshannock, especially with the pressure, able to turn it up. 33 forced turnovers in the contest to get the win, 63-36. Let's look again at your Creative Edge scoring recap. Creative Edge, from concept to creation, they combine extensive construction experience with creative design to make your project a reality. Give them a call at 724-652-1372 for more information on their fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. We'll start with Brownsville. 12 points for Zariah Reed, 12 also for Skylar Gates. I also had her for 12 rebounds and 8 blocks for the 6'3 sophomore. Going to be fun to watch her career develop over the next couple of seasons. 8 points for the sophomore Ava Clark, 2 for Lizzie McCune, and 2 for the senior Isaiah Dade to finish off her career at Brownsville. For Neshannock, everybody who played, all 9 of them, they all got into the scoring column as well. Caitlin Freeze leads with 17 points. I also had her 7 rebounds. 13 points for Peyton Newman to go along with 10 rebounds. Again, all these unofficial numbers. 7 points for Ainsley Allison, 5 each for Jaden Nogue and Nina Mador, 3 for Callie Biondi, and 2 each for Lily Rowe. Sophia Bonner, had a 2 and a 3. She finishes with 5 points on the evening to round out the scoring for the Lancers. 63-36 is your final. We have a couple of awards to give out. We'll start with our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game award. Unfortunately, no, it's not the man who's pointing at himself on your camera right now. It is not Cody Patterson. You know what? If you would get back in there and take a couple more charges underneath the bucket, like you are known to do, we had 3 times in one game, did we not, sir? If we had that, then yes, I think we could definitely make that a good case. But in this case, your play of the game is going to go to Ryan Owens for her putback, falling to the ground, put it up off the window and in. Coach She just came over and said, I'm voting for a player of the game. And we'll get to that one in a second. We just gave our play of the game to the putback falling to the ground from Ryan Owens. I hope you're okay with that one, Coach. We'll go, let's see. We'll get you right there. And we'll bring Coach G on. Coach, you hear me all right?
I'm good.
All right. Hey, we get a chance to talk to Coach G here in the postgame. Coach, obviously, you talked to me in the pregame show about limiting turnovers. You said you wanted 10 to 12 turnovers in the game. You had 10 in the first quarter. I can only imagine what was going through your head in that first quarter, but your team fought through it.
Well, we didn't start out good. We haven't played for a week. We did absolutely no 5-on-5 this week because we had kids out, hurt, sick. Ryan was out sick. Jaden's battling an injury. Nina's battling an injury. So I thought we'd come out a little bit sloppy, and we did. But we righted the ship. We had a great third quarter. I thought we came out in the second half and pressed really well. It was way more effective than it was in the first half. We made a couple adjustments, and here we are.
Hey, here you are. You survive and you advance. Let's talk about, though, amping up your defensive pressure, though, especially late in that second quarter and into the third quarter, forcing over 30 turnovers here tonight.
It was a key. I thought, and I talked to some other coaches that played them, and they said, Coach, I don't think you can press them. I think they'll use the big kid, and it'll be a disadvantage. And I said, well, guess what? We're going to press. If we can turn them over, then the big kid doesn't touch the ball.
And that's Kate Freeze.
Yeah. So I said if we press hard and trap good, then the big kid doesn't get the ball.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she's going to do what she's going to do, but
on the offensive boards,
yeah.
she had most of her points on the offensive boards.
And
a couple times.
I'll tell you what, though, you guys, too, really dominated the offensive glass at times. I have Freeze with 6 offensive rebounds, Peyton with 7, Ryan with 4 or 5. I mean, obviously, I think against the zone, that's one of the things you preach, obviously, is going and getting to the hoop. But your girls took that to heart tonight.
Well, they did, and we weren't making shots early, so the offensive boards were, important. But so I'm proud of them. I mean, they played hard. That's not a bad team. I think they have good pieces. I think 3's a great player.
Yeah.
The big's a good player, and 10 is a good player, And
they're all underclassmen.
And they're all underclassmen and back, but we go to AA, not AAA next year. So.
Well, we'll talk about that at another time, Coach. But let me ask you about this. We talk about how the youth of your team has been, we'll call it fun to work with throughout the course of the year. But talk about your senior. She gets the first 8 points of the game tonight. She came to play here tonight on what will probably be her final game on her home court.
Well, she did, and she said that yesterday at practice. She said, Coach, this could be my last practice. I said, well, don't make it that. Let's go. Have a great game. So she goes in, started off hot, had a great game. And that's what senior leaders do.
How much fun has it been to watch her grow up from that freshman year?
It has been so fun because Kate didn't play many minutes, She didn't even get to play many last year because Peyton played those minutes.
Right.
But she has definitely risen to the occasion. She is the epitome of a leader. She is so calm, cool, and collected. Very, very bright, asks good questions, and does more than I can ask her to do.
First off, is Ryan okay? How is she doing?
She is. She's better than the other kid.
Yeah.
That was an awful collision.
Not a good look for either girl. Glad they were both able to come back out. But talk about being calm, cool, and collected. You see one of your starters go down, your team just huddles around you and come right back out and get 3 straight turnovers. Just talk about that stick-to-itiveness of going and making a next play.
Well, they were, and we talk about the next man up all the time. I think Ainsley Allison did a great job stepping in. I think Lily Rowe did a great job. I mean, we have kids, again, all year we've played 8 and sometimes 9. Callie Biondi coming in late and hitting that 3. I mean, that's another freshman. But everybody stepped up. In Ryan's absence and made up for it.
It's awesome to see, Coach. And, again, with all the great names that you've been hearing for 3 or 4 years, now you have a chance of these girls to do that same sort of thing, to be hearing their name for 3 or 4 years. And all 9 who played, got in the scoring column tonight, too. So
it's great.
Fun stuff. One final question. South Park, Mount Pleasant will be coming up next. They're starting here at 2 o'clock. What do you know about either one of those teams, or what can you expect to be seeing for Wednesday?
Well, I have one film. I don't have another, so I'll get on Huddle and try to get a few film from, other coaches and go from there.
That's all there is to it. Coach, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Congrats.
Thank
Survive
you.
in advance.
Yep.
Appreciate it to Coach Luann Grabowski joining us here in the post-game show. Her team victorious 63-34. Again, Ryan Owens will get the play of the game, the May the Chiropractic Play of the Game award for that falling putback off the window and in. Making that shot to get a big bucket, as she put it, as part of that run in the early third quarter for Neshannock. And glad to hear that she is okay and she will be good to go here coming up. The MVP of the game award, though, MVP Insurance MVP of the game, easy choice for Caitlin Freed. She starts off the game with the first 8 points of the game for Neshannock. Finishes with a game-high 17 points. I had her for 7 rebounds. We'll try to get official numbers on that as well. The only senior on the roster, came to play tonight. Caitlin Freed, your MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Congratulations to both Caitlin and Ryan. They both received customized T-shirts courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being tonight's MVP of the game and May the Chiropractic Play of the Game award recipients. You can view the full list by going to lcsportsnet.com. Click on Play of the Game and MVP of the game at the top of the page. Your final score, one final time, Neshannock 63, Brownsville 36. For cameraman Lucas Walzer, our producer today, Ashley Pistachio, and Something for Your Wall Photography, getting you all the photos for today's game. I'm James Dotson saying so long and stay tuned. We got one more game coming on later today, a Mohawk against Shadyside Girls, and we'll have plenty more coming your way. Triple header on Monday, At least one game on Tuesday and more coming on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Glad you can join us. Make sure you keep doing so right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.